I sometimes give a little bit of thought to what would have happened if I didn't pursue music. I wonder where I would have gone with acting. I had a rollicking time in the 90s. Take me back, it was brilliant. I want to let you know what I was going through.
I'm Mark Wright and I am with the one and only Kylie Minogue. We're about to sit down and talk all things Kylie from the start right up until now. Kylie, we're here in Heart's new lounge and this is just literally me having a chat and talking about all your very many iconic moments. I'm going to take it all the way back to 1987 and your first single that you released, Locomotion. Now, you were on Neighbours at the time, Charlene of course. You was killing it in the acting world. What made you say, I know, I'm going to release a song?
We were asked to perform at a concert for one of the local football clubs. We did a couple of songs and one of them was Locomotion, which I just happened to know. I mean, this is where it's like, this sounds like a biopic. This guy came up to me and he would have known me from our shows were at the same station and said, that was really good, you should release a record. And I had stars in my eyes. I remember going, really?
So when you go back to Neighbours after releasing that, what's the rest of the cast? What's their reaction?
Oh, I think they were really, really pleased for me. And then it got kind of tricky where to come to London to record the rest of my album, they would have to write me out of the show for a couple of weeks. So, of course, that took a lot of advanced planning, like, where's Charlene gone for 2 weeks? And I would make my way over here. And I did that for a couple of years. And then in the end, I thought, I've got to make a choice here. I sometimes give a little bit of thought to what would have happened if I didn't pursue music. I wonder where I would have gone with acting, but music's turned out pretty good.
If you could take you back to that exact moment and someone said, right, you're about to do this, it's singing or it's acting, one of them has to go forever. What are you choosing at that point?
This possibly one of the most awful things you could ask me, Mark. I thought this was a nice little chat on the sofa.
What I mean is, would it have been nerve-wracking? Was you nervous that you're pursuing this new career and you're so successful in one already that could get left behind and this might not work?
Maybe in a sense it was a brave decision because it was the #1 show. So I kind of left when it was still really peaking. But for whatever reason, I made that decision.
And what advice would you give to someone for that? I think that's amazing because, you know, there's the famous saying, don't change what's not broken, sit and be comfortable. And that was very comfortable. You was the star on Neighbours. It was a humongous show all around the world. What would you say to people who are doing something, they're comfortable, but actually there's something more they could go and get? Because that's what you've essentially done. You've left something that is massive.
I consistently go out of my comfort zone, come to think of it. Like, really.
How important is that in growth?
I think it's essential.
Do you think that comes naturally, a natural drive to keep progressing?
I can't imagine if that wasn't my nature. I certainly wouldn't do it for this amount of time. But so it's just something within me.
Amazing.
That is sometimes interpreted even to myself as madness.
So let's skip forward 2 years, 1989, especially for you. One of the biggest duets in pop for sure, and one of mine and my wife's karaoke songs actually. Have you ever heard anyone doing that in public? Have you ever been in a karaoke bar or heard two people singing it?
No, I don't think I have.
No, I've heard it so many times. It's like the #1 karaoke song.
But it does something to people as soon as that, you know, the ooh comes in, the kind of the intro of it. I see the change in people because it's kind of like nostalgia. You're taken straight back to that time.
Let's do it now, me and you. No, I'm joking,
I'm
joking.
I want to let you know what I was going through.
So good.
All the time. Look, he's left me.
I can't harmonise with that. Just unbelievable. What's your relationship like with Jason now?
It's good, yeah. I last saw him in Spain, weirdly. But it's always so special to see him. And Guy Pearce, I see him from time to time. And actually I came across some amazing pictures of the three of us just recently on set with some Neighbours promo pics. And I just think, what a time. Like we were straight out of school. Like it blows my mind. We suddenly had this responsibility. You need to know your lines. You need to get to work. You need to do this. You need to learn stuff. Be thrown into the PR machine. And I'm really glad that we had each other at that time. And we were all just figuring it out like as we went along.
Now, we're going to go skip forward to 1990.
Okay,
Better
I'm
the
there.
Devil You Know. Better the Devil You Know. Did you know when you created this song that it was going to be as special as it was?
No, not a clue. But the main memory for that, at the time, I was starting to, I just wanted to have more input. And I was really into, at the time, Kathy Dennis and D-Mob, Come On and Get My Love. Come on and get my love. Come on and get my love for you. And there was this, oh. And so they wrote Better the Devil You Know, which you can hear once you know that fact. Better the Devil, it was a turning point visually for me. I made the video in Melbourne, Australia. And again, I found this amazing footage the other day of us having the first play of the video. And I was on tour. We were in the touring bus and we're all crowded around watching the video. And there's this footage of panning around to my makeup artist at the time. I said, what do you think? She goes, it's going to be banned. Because it was quite racy at the time.
Would you say it's in your top 5 favourite songs you've done?
It's getting tough now because there's a few.
But
I would definitely say it was one of the first turning points for me.
Let's skip to 1994.
Okay.
Confined in Me. This is when it feels like your music changed. You just mentioned racier there, more sexy, more mainstream. Would you agree with that? Less
Mainstream, I would say. I went from PWL Hit Factory. It was like a complete kind of right turn, or a U-turn, to go with this kind of club indie label. Again, another like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And Confide in Me was the first single, and it was completely different. It marked a new era.
The music video, if somebody said to me who was born in the noughties, like my sister, my baby sister, what was the 90s like? I would say just watch this video.
That's a whole other couch sit down, because I had a rollicking time in the 90s.
Yeah.
Especially early 90s. I was out clubbing and...
Was that your favourite era?
Lots of shenanigans. Yeah. Well, and also I was like, let's say that's from kind of 21 to 25. So you're kind of...
Yeah, they're good days.
Yeah, it was a wild time. And the music scene and fashion scene was just amazing.
Would you say you had that rock period, that pop star going out clubbing, getting in at early hours of the morning period? Has Kylie ever been that?
Yeah, she has. There was no social media and all that, so you just did it, and you were with the people, and yeah, it was take me back. It was brilliant.
Right, let's skip forward to 2000, spinning around. The iconic gold hot pants, I've got to mention them, of course. You bought them for 50p in a flea market.
Well, my girlfriend bought them. I used to trawl the markets. I grew up going to the flea markets, and she bought them for 50p somewhere in London.
Question is, on everyone's lips, do you still own them?
No, because I donated just about everything I have to the Performing Arts Museum in Melbourne. So the hot pants, you can't go near any of this stuff without white gloves, which I think is hilarious, especially like tour costumes and things. Or even the gold hot pants are there, Charlene's overalls are there, showgirl, like everything's there.
So everyone has that moment, and I hope you forgive me for revealing this, but that moment when somebody becomes their number one, their pin-up.
Oh.
I Can't Get You Out of My Head was mine, because I literally couldn't get you out of my head. I absolutely...
It was the video.
Yeah, 100% was the video and the track. What was the plan behind this video? Did you have a lot of input in this video and how it was going to look?
Well, it was the same director as Spinning Around, Dawn Shudforth, who's just a beautiful human, and we'd all got through Millennium, Y2K. The world didn't stop spinning, which is great. Everything came together, and it doesn't happen. Like, it really doesn't happen very often with the song, the video, styling, hair, makeup, choreography, dancers, edit, like everything. We saw it on the day with the white outfit. There was a moment that I recall going, wow, that looks like a campaign. And so we were quite excited. But again, who knew? You just don't know what's going to happen. But I'll forever be grateful for the synergy at that time.
When that was released, I mean, it was humongous. Everyone was talking about it. It was massive. It was the song of the moment. When that happens, how quickly do you feel? Does it gradually grow, or it's happened?
Something like that, it happened. I can't imagine if that was today, what it would feel like. But I remember my TV plugger at the time coming into a dressing room at one of the shows, and she just came in with this big smile and said, "You sold 400,000." Like it was going to be number one, and we just.
And it was when music videos were massive.
Yeah.
It's when all we did was sat at home and watch music videos.
Yeah.
I'm going to skip forward now. There's so many more we could talk about, but I know you haven't got all day. So let's just skip forward to now. 2024, Lights, Camera, Action, your new single. What's the inspiration?
I think the vibe of the track is just having attitude and being quite ferocious. And, I love the lines like, "It got shades on my face. I'm looking like Lagerfeld's in Vogue." There's a lot of fashion play there. But what really got me is the track, like it pulls you in, you're on the edge, and then the beat drops and you're good to go. Lights, camera, action, that's it.
What I love about you, Kylie, is artists seem to go through their years and their music changes with the times, but your music has always stayed and, continues to stay fun. It continues to make you want to party. That feels like it never wants to, that you never want to change that.
Who wants the party to end?
That's a great outline.
That is a
Who wants the party to
That
end?
is a good one. Note, make a note. Yeah, there's other songs that are emotional, can pull at the heartstrings, but I think my songs always have a hopeful sheen to them, and
They just make you feel happy.
I hope so. I want you to just feel something, and feeling happy and hopeful at the end, or just feeling abandoned and happy is great as well. And I've been able to explore different genres and, dip my toe in and out at different places, but I'm very much enjoying where we're at right now.
And the party definitely isn't ending soon. You've just released more tour dates because it's just so in demand. Kylie, you are just an inspiration, an amazing person, and we will love you so much. Thank you so much for spending this time with us.
Mark, that was really fun.
I really enjoyed it. You've
I
made my
mean, we
life.
could have just gone on and on and on. Thank you for the trip down. Well, it's a lot of memory lane. I love talking about all that. Thank you so much.
Well, we love hearing it. Thank you so much for listening. Kylie Minogue, The Life Of, and there's going to be a round two because there's so much more to talk about. We just couldn't get it all done.
See you back on the sofa soon.
Yeah, very soon.